Hi everyone, my name is Heather here with Treasured Hometown. I wanted to spend a little time today going over also with you things that I'm constantly making and prepping for upcoming shows and whatnot that I do. My main thing is I'm constantly just making videos here. I sell my products via different series of different web stores, and also a big part of it is, at markets. So I just want to give you a little insight how I am preparing. I have a couple of weekend shows coming up. So just a little insight onto all the different items that I'm doing throughout the week, trying to keep myself motivated and keeping my stock up because I never want to have one of those elusive sellout shows. To me, a sellout show is another way of saying I didn't prepare enough to bring enough product. Because think of it like this, you spend $50 to get into a show, and say you take $500 worth of product, you sell out of it, and it's only a couple hours into the show. Great show, but now you're stuck sitting there, and there's people looking for stuff, and you have nothing there with you. So I always try to make sure I'm taking with me more product than I assume to sell at each show, and if I sell more and more, then all right. Because usually at my tables, I have my tables full, and then underneath my tables, underneath all the skirting and everything, I have totes after tote after tote of more product that I could put up onto my tables as it slowly sells. So that's another reason why I'm constantly, all the time, making more and more product. Now, if I want to show you just a few things that I've been working on this week, I've been doing a lot of like rugs and whatnot here lately. I decided to do a bunch of small pieces, especially because I had this giant board for all of my larger rugs, and to fill in and take up space, I made smaller little rugs. Now, essentially at first you're going, well, what's the point of having these little teeny tiny rugs? Well, for me, I didn't see them as just a tiny little piece. No, they could also be simply for wall hanging, or you setting, like one thing that really drives me up a wall is like a candle holder, and it's got all that nice decorative metal and everything, but then if it moves, it's scratching your surface that you're sitting on. So therefore, a little thing to set them onto so that they can easily slide and not scratching things up. Or another big thing is, like, I bring out, like say this one, bring out my salad bowl. I don't want them to scratch up my new counters, so place underneath. So it's another form of what we can do with a smaller rug. So I haven't tested these out at any shows at all yet. I don't know how they're gonna do, but I had a great time making them. They're quite simple. Another item that I spent quite a bit of time this week creating was these. They are the reusable water balloons. These things are so simple and easy to make, and they're the easiest seller, especially now it's spring, summertime, especially if you're getting into the spring. I just put them inside of a big huge basket and then price them out. Usually I sell them in sets of 2, and they're so simple, easy. So big problem with water balloons is, one, filling up all of them, which can be a pain. And the other part too is having to go through your yard or park or wherever you use them at, and having to pick up all those used rubber balloons. Very annoying. I don't like doing it. I dread doing it. So we came up with reusable water balloons. Simply take them, got a bucket of water, soak them in there, give them a good squeeze a few times so that they fill, and then just take them and throw them. They don't hurt any worse than a regular water balloon. They feel right about the same, but yet also, even if you're just having a toss or whatnot, the other person catching it is going to get wet, even without it breaking. And then, say, oh, it got all dirty. Oh no. Throw it in the washing machine. So they are a great, simple, easy seller. You can make so many of them off of a skein of yarn. So they're a great item, super easy to sell also at a show. So I went through and I made a whole bunch of these because I just went on a big, huge shopping spree for additional yarn. So those were a big one that I made this week. I also continued making this week also because, especially more so right now online because I don't have a show, is the little rabbits. They're supposed to be little peeps, but everyone looks at them and goes, nope, they're rabbits, and they sell. Not entirely sure, but they keep selling out. And a thing that I always look at whenever I do sell out of an item for keeping my inventory and stock up to make sure I have enough, like my last show, I took 12 of these. They all sold out. So now at my next show, I'll make sure I take double that, at least 24 minimum, to come along with me. And then I keep thinking, you know, if I sold 20 of one item, make 40 more to replace it in the inventory to ensure that I keep plenty of my stock up. So I usually also try and get a variety of different colors onto them all. So, and then just toss them inside of a little basket and people can see the colors and pick right through. And then I did a couple of little ducks. These are a very easy seller at all my shows. It's kind of a go-to favorite, especially around the kids. They are a huge favorite. I've had adults buy them also. But yes, they do have tutorials for most all of these. I will go ahead and link all those in the description box below. Another thing, especially with summertime coming up, these are simple water bottle bags. This one, I don't have this specific design set up. I do have different water bottle holders, but essentially just a simple bag holds your water bottle. Another thing I personally like doing with them is you going to the beach, all of your small items, your phone, keys, and whatnot, toss right in here instead of having to carry my purse. I don't like carrying those. So simple, easy, small item to carry with you. I've also had quite a bit young girls buying them as their actual purse. So very simple, easy item to make, and they sell very well. I usually have at any show probably 40 to 50 of these, and I have them hanging from the canopy. So it's a whole easy, oh look, pick through them, and it's a very easy thing to sell. Now another thing, like I keep saying about selling out, I was really bad. I had my little ice cream cones. Just simple little ice cream cone keychain ring. They kept selling out nonstop at all my shows. So I brought them back. They didn't do too well over the winter. Brought them back earlier this year, and they sold out again. So I made 60 of them to hopefully avoid selling out very quickly so I can try and build up my inventory for them. And yes, a lot of my inventory, I keep these plastic drawers that just slide right in, so I can keep all my inventory of each item all together, nice, easy, and organized. So then I know exactly where it is, what it is, and if for some reason I get too busy at a show and I don't keep track on my little notes things for each and every sale, I have a counted inventory of everything that I have prior to a show. And then after I get back home, I can recount all the inventory to make sure all of my numbers are adding up for in case I got too busy at a show. Which eventually, yes, you might, if you have a really good show, get to the point where, people coming up, wanting to purchase something and trying to keep up, you might forget a sale or something. So for me, especially with tax purposes, trying to make sure I have an accurate account of everything, I do like to keep a written down inventory of everything so I know exactly how much I have on hand and how much I have before a show and then after a show. Just keep easy track of everything. And yes, everything that I have shown you here into this video, I will go ahead and place into the video description box, or I might put little clickable tags all throughout the video so that you can easily click if you'd like to see about making some of those. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope you do wonderful if you go to any craft shows and you sell wonderful, great products. This hobby, it can be very simple and enjoyable, whether you're making just some Christmas gifts or a gift for a friend or making a top for yourself or someone else, or doing full-blown shows, turning it into a business. It's a wonderful hobby to get into. And I love seeing everyone and how excited they get, especially in your comments that you send to me about how you're able to follow all my tutorials. Thank you so much, and it means the world to me whenever I hear that from everyone. You have a wonderful day.